Yeah, welcome back to another pristine production here. Want to pick up all the subscribers, and remember you can hit me up if you want to buy a sound pack. You can do that on my Pioneer account. There's my account right there. I just request the product you're hearing on the videos, and email me. $50 and you're good to go. And today we're talking about soca sampler featuring Patrice, Roberts, and Nessa Preppy. The tune is called Splash. And I'm going to show how you can do some sampling in your soca production. So let's get back down to it. So first of all, what I'm using here, I'm gonna take out these girls' vocals here. I'm gonna bring the tune back here. This is my version of the soca rhythm. Now I'm using the soca starter pack here from Indigenous Sounds, and I'm gonna go into the mixing aspect of it. Have a little 808 going on. Here's the drum, snare, hi-hats, and that's basically what we need. Now, close to the original music here, the soca, this pack has some pretty close sounds, but let's say in case you want to get some original sound from the artist here, for example, in the intro of the song, Patrice Roberts was talking, so I went ahead and sampled her using the built-in sampler coming with Studio 1.4, and if I hit the key here, I can go on another note and put a little effect on that, you know. So that's how I got that. So I have the rhythm here. So let's say I wanted to get the original drums. Let's say I didn't have that soca pack there, so check this out. I'm gonna play a little bit of a beginning of the song. Now I'm hearing some rim shot, sample, and a snare here, so I'm gonna use. Let's say I didn't have. Where is my snare? Let's listen to the snare here. We're gonna add the snare, the original snare, to that, and a similar clap sound. So I'm gonna go up here to the audio file here, and I'm gonna pick a sample. This one right here. So let me zoom in. This is ridiculously easy. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna double click and cut right there, and I'm gonna cut over here. I'm gonna click on this clip that I cut. I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna go down to audio, and I'm gonna go to send to new sample one. Studio One's gonna create the new sample one with a new track, loaded up with the MIDI already good to go in your production. So I can adjust the line here. Right now I'm getting a delay on the response, so I'm going to pull in the marker here so I can get a tighter response. And I can end the curve right there. I can either set it to follow the tempo of the song so it becomes musical, or I can just leave it just the way it is. So I'm going to take this part here, and I'm going to play it. I'm going to record it in Patrice song, and then we're going to come back here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn on my metronome here. Here we go. So I already sampled part of it here. I'm going to play it back. What I'm gonna do real quick here, I'm gonna convert this to waves just for the sake of the tutorial, and I'm not eating up too much CPU here. So I'm gonna right click here, I'm gonna transform the audio, and I'm gonna loop this here. And we have the original clap here from Patrice's song. Now we're going to do the same thing for the snare drum here. Want that big fat snare drum sound. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to play the clip here. Right here, I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna isolate that area. Right click audio, send to sample 1. I'm gonna drag the cursor here to close about the beginning of the sound. I'm gonna hit the key, and so we're ready to go. So I'm gonna bring back the rhythm. I'm gonna play the snare drum on top of that here. Let's do that. Here we go. So I'm going to play this back here. Here we go. Sounding good. So I'm going to quickly convert that to WAV file here so we can free up some CPU. There we go. So I'm going to play this back. Let's make an adjustment here, but we need to stick it to the grid. So I'm going to trim down a little bit here. Let's bring it back. Okay, let's make an adjustment here. I'm going to go right to about here. I'm going to bring out here. Let's play it back. There we go. And we have the original snare drum from Patrice. I'm going to run this through my drum sub here. Let's see what it sounds like without it. Not much happening. Let's bring it in. Bring in the drum. Let's bring in the vocals here.
We go kill him with the wine, girl. Kill him with the wine, girl. Hey. Splash. Body wet up. Wet girl. Ready man them prefer. Drip drop on a wine and bubble.
So let's add a little bit of reverb. And that's how we sample from sample 1 there. I'll do a little bit of mastering here. So what do we learn? If we didn't have our own soca engine, I would encourage you to download some soca packs. We can actually take a sample and add in our own from the original.
Cause them want me single, single. Them man want to mingle, mingle. We want loose this. Want to taste some sweet, sweet juice. Hey, I will give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride.
All that you do is select the clip that you want to sample. It can be a vocal. And right click, chop it up, right click, and go to send to a new sample 1, and then you have that to use in your composition. So I'm going to leave that with you guys. Remember, you can support me at Pioneer as well if you want to buy these sound kits. I can sell you the soca starter pack as well for $50. Email me and you can request it and you make the payment, and I'll send you the soca starter pack along with the Contact 6 VST. So I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Support Pristine Production here.
We go kill him with the wine, girl. Kill him with the wine, girl. Hey.